So let's dive into the intriguing story of Durek Verrett, a shaman who married into the Norwegian royal family. The story of how this self-proclaimed spiritual healer, who has a past as colorful as it is controversial, ended up in the royal family is truly fascinating, and not without its fair share of eyebrow-raising moments. So, here's the deal. Durek, who's about to say adieu to Princess Martha Louise of Norway, has had quite the journey. This isn't just your average guy next door tale, it's more like a roller coaster with twists that make you question how he got here. On one hand, Durek claims he was born into extreme wealth, living the high life with private planes and domestic servants. But then, his own mother comes in with a curveball, saying that his childhood was far from the lavish picture he paints. And that's just the beginning of the oddities. Let's break this down. Durek has spent time in jail, faced multiple arrests, and made some pretty wild claims, like dying and coming back to life. Yep, you read that right. He says that in 2002, he flatlined due to renal failure, was clinically dead for 4 minutes, and then made a miraculous return, which supposedly sealed his path as a shaman. Now, if you're thinking this sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood script, you're not alone. But the story doesn't end there. Durek's past includes a relationship with a man named Hank Greenberg, who helped him raise $20,000 for a kidney transplant. Things seemed rosy until Durek was arrested in 2015 for attacking Hank. Fast forward, and Hank's not holding back. He's called Durek not a good man, despite believing in his mission of love. That's a pretty damning statement from someone who once loved and supported him. And let's talk about the royal connection. Princess Martha Louise has stuck by Durek, even when his mother and half-sister have publicly criticized him, going so far as to send legal threats to keep them quiet. The princess, who's no stranger to controversy herself, seems unfazed by the whirlwind of drama surrounding her fiancé. Now, whether you're a skeptic or someone who believes in spiritual healing, it's hard to ignore the bizarre inconsistencies in Durek's story. From conflicting accounts of his upbringing to strange claims about his heritage, there's a lot that just doesn't add up. And don't even get me started on the whole space lizard hybrid thing he mentioned in 2021. Yes, that actually happened. Durek declared that he's a mix of a space lizard and a Greek mythology princess, here to disrupt the status quo. Despite all this, Durek and Princess Martha Louise tied the knot in marriage, and Netflix cameras filmed their big day. But there's a noticeable chill from the rest of the Norwegian royal family, who seem to be keeping their distance from the media circus. It's as if they're saying, we're not exactly thrilled about this, but hey, let's just get through it. In the end, whether Durek is a shaman or a sham, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is one wedding that people won't stop talking about anytime soon.